Hello and welcome to Season 14 G-Man Division 5G Recap. Match Day 3. Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
And there's me, Cornite, and hello, Spoon, who's already talked.
Hi all.
Hello.
I didn't do it.
No. So next week I will say hello, Spoon. Get you back into the,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Fooled you 4 times, and it's my fault.
Just swapping over each time, that's going to be the secret. I've also realised my ability to count to 5 is not very good. Like I definitely say, okay, 5, 4, 3, and then there's about 12 more seconds before I actually start. But
that's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm used to that now.
Yeah.
It's 5, 4, 3, and then just frantic typing noises.
Yeah, it's me. Well, it's me unmuting the stream and then realizing what else I haven't got ready before we start, type thing.
Yep.
Other than most everything.
Everything. Excellent.
Excellent indeed. So let's start. Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
And the first game of the week is one you're going to be very happy about, isn't it? Because it's the Goblins against the Orcs. And I'm gonna, actually, that's a bit of a spoils it a little bit, doesn't it? It's me saying that. Let's
it does if you've watched any of these before, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, okay, I'm gonna I do have a clip of this game, and I'm going to show it, but essentially it's right near the end. So I'm going to describe what happened in the rest of the game, which was the Goblins got the ball. The Goblins received to start with. They had a nice drive. It looked pretty good. Looked pretty controlled. They had 2 bribes, and they managed to, keep their. I think they lost enough players that they used both the bribes before the second half, but they still had like one of their secret weapons left for the second half. So all in all, pretty good for the Goblins. And they scored on their drive. They scored kind of early, like turn 4 or 5, giving the Orcs some turns to score back. But the Orcs didn't get a scoring threat on turn 7. So, yeah.
Did they have many options to get one, or?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was a blitzer who was not terribly far away. Who probably if he couldn't get into scoring range on turn 7, he should have been able to get into scoring range from turn 6, if that makes sense. As in
he thought about the turn before.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like one of the important things in Blood Bowl is planning that you're going to be able to score and working out how many squares there are left and how many turns you have, and making sure that there's at least one, preferably a few players who are going to get in scoring range on turn 7.
Definitely.
And they didn't. The Orcs were fairly unlucky. They didn't do very much damage to the Goblins, and on their half they scored not that quickly. Actually, it was turn 13 or 14 when they scored.
They didn't get that many blocks. Looking at it, they only did 25 blocks, and the Goblins did 20.
Yeah, I'm going to show a clip, and the clip. Well, let's start the clip. So the clip is on turn 15, and it starts with a troll blocking and getting both down. Now, there's a blitzer who can hit the ball here, right? It's not hard. The troll activates without someone standing next to it, which it's turn 16, so the Orcs don't need to they don't have a scoring threat. They use the reroll to hit a Goblin. They don't get into contact particularly. They haven't they've been sitting back like this. Why not hit the ball? I don't know.
I don't understand why you wouldn't hit the ball. And if you're defending against the thrown Goblin, you need to be a bit further back than that, don't you?
Yeah. So I think this was a rookie coach not knowing about throw teammate and not realizing that Goblin on the halfway line is a
or not knowing how to defend about it as well.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. But why not just hit the ball here?
Yeah, I don't get that.
If the ball gets pushed back one square, it makes that throw teammate a lot harder. And obviously, if you knock it down, it's even harder. And if you base everything up, it's obviously...
Yeah, I was going to say, if you wedge a load of Orcs next to the Trolls,
Yeah, I mean you don't even need to like you can avoid the trolls. You just if you base up all the goblins, it makes it much harder for them to be thrown. You
It
can.
won't make it that much more difficult from that position, though, will it? Because he's already got the goblin next to the troll.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you know, if you were blitzing the goblin,
If you blitz the goblin away, yeah. Definitely.
And obviously it's a lucky throw to be within range.
You
From
got the
there.
6 with the landing.
Yeah. And there was a GFI or two involved as well. So, you know, like throwing teammates are not likely, but ooh, that's quite loud. Throw teammates are not that likely.
They're
but,
not
you
that
know,
likely.
But you
It's
still
true.
do need to defend against them.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, other than that, it didn't look too bad.
I think from where you can throw there, you can throw them about 6 squares, can't you?
Yeah, so you could.
And it's 13 to the end zone, so you just need to not go backwards really from where he threw them to.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. So if they, but that's actually like that's 50-50 on its own. The landing is 50-50. Then there's GFIs as well, and the troll has to not really stupid and not really hungry.
Oh yeah, there are definitely a lot of rolls.
And make the throw as well. So the three, like the really stupid, the not hungry, and the throw are at like worse than 50% chance of failing on their own. And then there's the throw itself, which makes it, you know, 20.
Oh yeah, it's not
25%.
likely for sure.
No,
agreed.
But 10% play wins you the game 10% of the time. So yeah, and as you said, yeah, not very many blocks altogether.
No, not really. Not compared to what I was expecting.
Yeah, you'd expect the orcs to base up the goblins a lot. I didn't notice that when I was skipping through it quite quickly. I've got to admit.
Maybe he was hanging back away from the trolls if they were hitting him a lot or something, possibly.
Yeah.
He got a decent amount of knockdowns from only 25 blocks. Getting 8 armor breaks from 25 blocks against players with dodge and no tackle isn't too bad. Potentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. Oh yeah, and also to get in that position, which I didn't show, the goblins had to get the kickoff, bring it forward, hand it off, and various other things. So you know that touchdown was really lucky for the goblins. But you know, goblins, they have to be really lucky.
It happens at least. It normally happens like once a season, doesn't it? You'll get one, and in this one, it's happened when it mattered.
Yeah.
Which it's always nice.
So
always nice to see.
Who guessed it? Who guessed it right? That's the question.
I think there was 2 of us.
Yeah, 2 of us being you got one again,
including me. Yes,
and all
I'm not doing bad in this one.
Yeah, and in fact, well, I'm you know, we've talked about this before, so before we started, but a good week for you, generally.
Yes, a good week for me.
And the other person was Owendar, who's still ahead of you. That means
I'm no longer 100% on this.
No, he got one wrong because he didn't think goblins could win.
What was he thinking?
Yeah, how dare he?
Don't get
it. Okay, so next was we're talking of order. In fact, the Necro Pro-Off. Oh wait, were there levels? That's a good question. I should actually, you know, there weren't any levels. I don't think. Oh yeah, and also there weren't very many. There was one dead goblin. Oh, the goblin's got 2 levels. In fact,
2 levels.
MVP going to diving tackle goblin, who I assume will be getting sidestep or a double. What'd you get? Give it. Oh, double is a block for a diving tackle player, I assume. And touchdown for a goblin who's already scored as well. So that's another level. I guess another diving tackle, or you know, maybe something good. Nothing for the orcs though. So I should check. So what? Yeah, do you agree? Oh, goblin.
I wouldn't hate to see another diving tackle. I think that would be a good one.
He got block on the diving tackle one. That is excellent. Now a good player.
Yeah, it was all right before.
I mean, you know, for a player who's basically going to stand next to people and get punched. He actually went for sidestep on the one who levelled.
That's all right. He's got 2 diving tackles, hasn't he?
Yeah, I imagine. So, like, I'd be using the block diving tackle as my ball carrier and scoring on him until he gets sidestep.
Yep. I would say that would make sense.
Yeah, maybe even sprint short feet. I don't know, but he's now
get him sidestep, and then after that he becomes fodder to go and stand next to elves and annoy them.
Yeah, or anyone, in fact.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't work quite as well against the bashier teams, though.
No, because they do just punch you.
They have more tools to punch you away with.
Yeah. Until you get sidestep. But anyway, going back to talking of Uldar, Uldar played the Undead. Yeah.
Yep, he did.
And continuing his run of, perfect games, he won again. Which I didn't make any clips of this game because I didn't really think, I did actually watch it, and in the first half the Necro received the ball. They again frenzy trapped themselves with a werewolf, which not great start. I think this. So the last one was kind of more avoidable in that it was LOS blocks, and you should really plan your LOS blocks not to do that to yourself. This was a blitz on one of the corners of the second row, so the second block was in contact with the players behind, type thing, but wasn't punished for the frenzy trapping himself into a 1D, but did roll two sets of dub skulls on the LOS blocks. So, and hadn't picked up the ball yet, which against elves was fairly risky. He had a couple players back. But I'd like to have seen him try and pick up the ball when the first set of dub skulls used up a reroll type thing. But does the Necro? The Necro doesn't have any sure hands, does he? So
maybe, no, not yet.
No.
I don't think he's got any ghouls yet, has he?
Yeah, he does have a ghoul because there was one. Does. One was badly hurt fairly early on. I think. No. Oh no, he doesn't. Nope.
No ghoul.
No ghoul.
Traditional Necro starting.
Okay, yeah.
In Rebel, anyway.
Yeah, long-term league. This is what you want because you want to level up your werewolves.
And golems getting MVPs as well.
Yeah, and just generally you want all your best players. Whereas, if you want a short-term Necro team, you replace one of your werewolves with a ghoul because the early dodge really helps. With actually scoring. Anyway,
you don't really want a ghoul that's going to die at some point or another to be hoarding all the SPP.
Yeah, you want the werewolves to be scoring before they've got dodge, which makes scoring easier. Anyway,
yep,
that makes sense
for sure.
Yep.
Agreed.
But anyway, so they hadn't picked up the ball. The elves streamed forward. Necro get out of it quite well. They speed of werewolf, pick up the ball, get back to the middle of the pitch, kind of cage up. But not very well. And Uldar, repeatedly hits the ball carrier. The ball bounces around. The Necro also used they repeatedly scattered the ball by throwing players onto it. And there was a particular set of scatters where it's you shouldn't have done that. It was it was better. You were hitting the last elf who was in contact with it. After that, the scatter could have gone onto an elf and you'd already used your blitz up type thing. Far better to leave the ball on the ground and pick it up in between all the Tomb Guardians. But the first half didn't go too badly. The Necro didn't score, but Uldar didn't score either, even though he ended up getting the ball deep into the Necro half. But the Necro removed players. There was sweltering heat as well. And Uldar didn't get touched by sweltering heat while I think 2 Tomb Guardians and a werewolf. So after the half, 0-0, the Necro lose a Tomb Guardian and a werewolf. Admittedly, Uldar's down some players because of Kaz. So maybe there's less rolls. There are less rolls.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna have to say that they're flesh golems though.
Oh, sorry, flesh golems, flesh
I've been
golems.
saying Tomb
I
Guardians for a
I
few minutes now.
do that a lot. I apologise. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, it's fine.
The big dead things on this team,
Yep.
the big ones. Yeah. Anyway, and then so I think the problem that Sevtech had was both in the first half and in the second half, the ball carrier kind of outran the cage, and he didn't need to. Like in the second half, oh, actually no, sorry. In the second half, it was Uldar's ball. Uldar scored really quickly. Um, but in the
As
first, in
Pro
the
Elves tend to.
yeah, in the first half, like I think he could have caged more effectively and protected the ball a bit more. And also, he was pushing the sidesteppers further and further into his cage a few times as well, which wasn't great. But
They are a pain to play against early on.
yeah, they
Pro
are. Yeah, but in the
yeah,
second half, he very much ran a necro, a werewolf. You know, too far. There was no cage. None of the zombies could keep up. There was like a tomb guardian and a werewolf on their own deep in the elf territory, and the elves can easily, catch up to the werewolf.
Swarm them.
Yeah. So don't outrun your own cage. And he had loads of turns as well. He had like 6 turns left because Uldar scored in like 2. But he did do that. Uldar did sack him, and Uldar got the ball and scored again. So 2-0 to the Pro Elves. Uldar proving he's not a bad elf coach after all.
He's going to add that to his clip, isn't he?
Oh, me saying, yeah, that's fine.
Although it's a bit of roundabout praise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did the
I'm
tackle White manage to do a lot?
Not that I saw.
Would have thought this might have been one of the games where he got to shine.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like elves, with dodge have 75% chance to get away from you until he has tackle, as well.
He's only got 1 dodge though. Oh, sorry, Aldo had 2 dodge.
Oh, 2 dodge. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting about too many good level ups. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only the strength, isn't it? Really, that's the really good one. Everything else is normals.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the couple got armor down for their trouble.
Yeah. I mean, and he also only having 11 players, having 2 players cast, not being affected by sweltering heat when your opponent is kind of irritating.
He had 4 players cast in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was 2 at the end of the first half, so the others were like that plus strength one was turn 15 or something that he left the pitch. I don't remember which of the others was later. But yeah, a few level ups though. So
yeah, should be good.
The other white leveled, and we're hoping for a dirty player zombie. I guess
I would say so. Yeah.
And mighty blow on the white or tackle. I mean, he's.
What's the rest of his schedule? He's played the Pro Elves. He's played the Rat.
Because tackle was the other choice, wasn't it?
He's played the Chaos. He's still got Undead, High Elf, Orc, and Goblin. Be probably useful against the High Elves and the Goblins, the tackle.
But Mighty Blow would be...
Mighty Blow would be helpful against them as well.
Yeah, against everyone.
Yeah, I think Mighty Blow.
Yeah, I think so too.
If he had the Pro Elves as well as the Goblins and the High Elves before, I might have lent to tackle.
I mean, he's got Frenzy. Frenzy's like tackle. It's just,
It's true.
Slightly better in some ways. Okay.
And slightly worse than others.
And slightly worse than others, yeah. It's better when your opponents don't have dodge.
Yes. I can't really argue with that one.
Oh, wrong team. There we go. Ooh. Did I show something? I wasn't looking.
Oh, no, I've seen it.
He's gone for guard.
We
and block.
On both.
Yeah. I bit conservative, but
I don't hate not getting dirty player when he hasn't got over 11 players.
No, but he's...
I would have bought he hasn't got enough to buy another player at the moment.
He's been getting mercenary loaners for the last 2 games though, so
It's true.
you know, a mercenary loaner when you have a dirty player is a far better choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or
No,
bribes at that
fair.
point. Like this is more of a like guard and block. I guess if he's got some bashy teams like the undead, does he have
The orcs.
yeah, then guard's going to help with the strength problems that he's going to face, right?
Yeah.
And block as well.
I don't hate the choices. They're both good, really good skills.
Yeah.
Just not quite what I would have taken in that instance, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to throw them under the bus for that.
No, yeah. No, I'm definitely not throwing him under the bus. I'm saying, you know, I'd be more aggressive in my choices, but, you know, they are good choices, yeah. They are the 2 best. They're the 2 best skills for winning games, but are you trying to win games at this point in the season? Is at this point in the league, you know, tier 5 is the question. You were
I don't think I would be with Necro. I'd be quite happy to just have a season of leveling behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you want to win games still.
Yeah.
But I would be choosing my skills based on how useful they'd be later on, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what you would expect, Mighty Blow would it make them level a bit faster potentially.
And games can be won entirely on having a killer. You know. But on the other hand, you know, outguarding your opponent's a pretty good way of winning games too. So,
yeah, maybe he's waiting for one of the wolves to get Mighty Blow. They always seem to.
Yeah, they always seem to, unless you're playing as them. That's the rule, right?
Yeah, I think that is the rule. Having
Um,
heard a few people moan about it, or
yeah,
at least the people that keep them on for more than a season or 2 always seem to have Mighty Blow on them.
yeah, and it's the same with Skaven and Claw, Storm Vermin. You know,
Yeah,
doubles,
and the movement 10 guys.
Yeah, doubles do happen, and you know, plus movement does happen. And when your opponent has it, you notice it, but you don't pay quite as much attention to the number of teams that don't get it. If that makes sense. Anyway, and
you don't talk about them as much because
no,
you don't see them quite as often.
Because you don't care as well, because they're, you
know. That's probably part of it as well.
Yeah. Thingy bias, isn't it? Okay, and the other one is the Pro Elf Catcher. Lumi has leveled. First level.
Dodge, guessing this time? Because he went dodge first time, then block, then dodge again, maybe?
I like dodge as well. You know,
it makes it easier to score with him, doesn't it?
Although, you know, is he having that much trouble scoring with them? But yeah,
Probably
more dodge will be good, but wrestle and block are both fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the pause was because I was wondering whether or not I would take wrestle or block on that one. Normally I go wrestle, block, but I don't know. I'm not sure I'm being early.
So with gutter runners on rats, I like to have a little bit more block than wrestle because they die, and you know they have so many choices and so many things to get that I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
With pro elves, they die as well, but you kind of care a bit less. So I like more wrestle on pro elves because of ball sacking. Just go for the ball, and also like strength 3 better for ball sacking, right? Whereas
definitely
a lot of blodge step on gutter runners is just better for eventually getting to the ball type thing, and other things.
Can agree with that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my.
For sure.
But yes, he has gone for dodge.
I think it makes sense.
He fired his armor bust. Oh wait, no, is the other armor bust loner? No, he has. He's fired the armor bust.
Unleveled one.
Unleveled one, but he's still keeping the kick one.
I wonder if he's keeping around just until after the game to see whether or not he gets another one leveled, or so he's got options there. Because kick is really useful early on.
Yeah.
Admittedly, armor 6 is awful, but
armor 6, no protection skills.
It's not going to end well for him.
No, and he's not got spare players either at the moment, right? He's 11 players, so
you
know, but he's also like his 2 touchdowns were both, you know, when he was at least a player or 2 down. So I guess maybe he's not too worried about it. But yeah,
I don't hate keeping him around just in case for making
until
decisions later.
yeah, I agree about making decisions later, but I don't like.
I'd probably still fire him.
Yeah, I'd fire him definitely,
Uh,
but we will
unless
see.
I feel like I absolutely need kick after the next game. But I think that's fairly unlikely.
I don't actually like kick that much, right? It's not actually that like it's like people treat it like it's going to win you games, but the number of times where either the kick would have been somewhere good anyway, or you end up with a bad kick even though you're placing it as far into a corner as possible.
I don't really look at the normal part of looking about the whether or not it would have been a good kick anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it's a bad kick from it, obviously you notice it.
Yeah.
But it can be really game changing against some of the slower teams, especially when you're an elf.
Yeah, true.
It can make a huge difference. And if he's got the Chorfs or the Orcs, I'm not sure if he's got either of those at the moment, then against those slightly slower teams, that can be really, really helpful for just separating them out a little bit more and trying not to get hurt.
Yeah, it can be good. Anyway,
giving him the option to split the team is always nice. Admittedly, you could get that from a normal kick, but
yeah,
I've not paid enough attention to that, I don't think, to really comment too much.
no, I like the is the advantage worth having an armor 6 player on the pitch? And
probably not.
I think the answer is definitely not. But anyway, all right. So you got another one right. Hooray! And
so
I got
you and everyone.
Well, actually, it was just me, you, Aldar, and Erwindor that got this one right. So Sevtek must have gone for the Necro in. Oh no, he is he must have voted for himself.
He is the Necro.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah, of course it does. Okay, and I have updated it. Hurrah! All right, so next is the High Elves versus the Undead. The rowdy vanity passers allegedly. Guess how many vanity passes they managed this week?
Like 1, maybe 2.
Yep,
not
2
significant numbers.
Literally 2. Yes. They almost they got 1 Kaz and 2 vanity passes. I think I'm actually considering having words with Eliod about his naming.
That he needs to change it.
Yeah. But they did.
Oh, he only actually went for 2 passes this time, so he didn't go for more and failed them like he did last week.
I was kind of skipping through it. He was in great position to do some. Like his drive.
Looking at the dice log, it says 2 passes.
Yeah.
Both succeeded. No fails.
Maybe he failed things before.
Maybe he failed pickups and stuff. No, he made 1 pickup all game and passed that.
Mm-hmm. 1 pickup?
Yep, 1 pickup.
Okay. But he
touchback maybe or something like that.
Yeah, touchback or caught it, I guess.
He's got 4 catches. So catching it off of scatters and stuff, potentially.
Yeah.
High kicks, that sort of stuff.
But I think both so he scored on his drive in 8 turns. He had loads of room to do some vanity passing if he wanted to live up to his name. But I think he should be called. I think he should change his name to the what's the opposite of rowdy?
Tame.
Yeah,
He's essentially playing it as a dark elf at that point.
I mean, Eliod is one of the most controlled and non-rowdy players I'm aware of. Right, so I am far from surprised that his definition of rowdy vanity passing may actually be making 2 vanity passes in a game. But he is remarkably, careful and considered about his actions, which makes him a very good coach.
Yeah, but not rowdy.
Not rowdy at all. No.
No.
Anti-rowdy, some would say. Absolutely the opposite of rowdy. So yeah, maybe this is his definition of rowdy. One or two passes a game. That's Eliod levels of rowdy. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Although it looks like it's rubbed off on the poor old Bone Idols a little bit. Their block dice are abysmal during that match.
I mean,
32 pushes, 6 POWs. That's not great numbers.
So 6 POWs but 11 armor breaks. There may have been some
14 stumbles as well.
Yeah,
a few both downs.
There may have been some fouling as well. There was
there could have been, yeah.
There was a sent off zombie at some point, I think.
Sadly, people do tend to foul elves.
Oh, there was a bribe and it failed as well. Yeah, they rolled a lot of ones, so that's 17 ones. Look at that.
Yeah, wow.
Not just block dice.
But yeah, the block dice were poor as well, so...
Yeah.
That's not pretty reading.
No.
But, oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. It happens sometimes.
And, you know, it's better that it happens against someone who's a really good coach and probably would have beaten you anyway.
Yeah.
That's, you know, slightly harsh, but, you know, I like...
If it's someone that's going to be playing fairly cautiously and making sure that they grind out the 2-1 win and stuff, then yeah, definitely better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, anyway, so yeah, Eliod scored turn 8. Obviously, the undead don't have a one-turn threat. They kind of pushed the undead to score, like put a little bit of pressure on turn 14 or so, just perfect timing. Undead have to score, high elves score back. 2-1.
With like 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, I think they might have even had some opportunities to vanity pass in the second half as well. But
there's no rowdiness in this team.
No, I have a feeling that Hurlit made the completion and it wasn't even a vanity pass. I think it might have been the rush to get the ball forward of the last drive.
It's pretty rough stats for the undead when the high elves caused a casualty and they didn't.
When you've got 3 mighty blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this team does have a little bit of dodge.
It does. There is a smattering in there.
Yeah. So another lineman levels, I guess. You've already got 3 blocks, so is the next one dodge?
Yeah.
Keep the players alive.
I would say so.
Mobile and all that stuff.
I quite like dodge early on for linemen. Once you're in a higher league, going block or wrestle is probably better, but when every team's down like this, dodge is much nicer.
No, he's gone for block. Let's give everyone
fair enough.
All the linemen block so they can stand on the line and not get punched quite as much. Still only got 8 players.
Well, he had a bit of a bounce back this one, where he took 12 armor breaks and only took 3 KOs from it. So hopefully, he's got a lot of cash as well.
Yeah, not quite enough to get a bench. And
so you'll probably buy 1 to get yourself back down to 150.
Would you like? Is this the point you get your 4th catcher? You got 3 who all have dodge already.
You could do. You could definitely make. He hasn't got a thrower either, has he?
No.
So yeah, I'd pick up either a thrower or a catcher there. I think. If he's going to go 4 catchers, I probably wouldn't bother with the thrower necessarily if that's how he's going to play. It's a weird one.
Yeah, I like having the thrower because of vanity passing. So
yeah,
you know,
I like having the thrower as well. But I don't know if you're going 4 catchers early, it's a bit easier to defend them. Although I think we spoke about this last week, didn't we? Where you just don't defend the thrower.
Yeah, that's what. Like for me,
he's just a lineman with a fancy skill.
Yeah, he gets sure hands and then blodge, and then he's basically a lineman who can pick up the ball and throw it to one of the catchers quickly.
Yep.
But while also probably getting, vanity passes in, as per the name.
Racking up star player points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should definitely pick up one of those. Not any more than that yet, probably. Put him up to 9 players.
I mean,
just slowly work up.
The trouble is, he might be like trying to stick to the rule of 5 or whatever, where you have, 6 linemen who will get in the way and protect the rest of your players. And as soon as he gets another catcher, his loners will only be giving him 5. So blitzers and catchers will suddenly have, one of them will have to stand. So probably blitzers.
It'll be a blitzer.
Yeah.
Normally.
But still,
they've both got blodge, so they're both fairly defend. Well, they've both got decent defenses.
Yeah, and you can put them behind the line or in the middle or whatever. So the safest place.
They're safe apart from the blitz.
But maybe he'll wait to get, a bench before he gets catcher, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a difficult one with high elves early on. You want the bench, but do you really want to be giving out a wizard all the time, which the bench normally ends up happening with? It's not easy necessarily. But I think I'd go for the bench. Work up one player at a time, keeping the money high while you've still got it before a spate of deaths.
Yeah.
The inevitable spate of deaths.
I mean, that's the thing. It's I think having a bench is really, important. Especially
it makes a massive difference
in a long-term league as well, where players get MNGs and stuff, and having you kind of want to build up to the point where the players missing are no longer actually affecting how many what your team is like, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but yeah, you kind of always want to have 6 linemen to get punched given the choice. Anyway, where are we?
Good.
Oh yeah, the next
Bone Idols.
So the Bone Idol's got 2 levels. Skull, the mummy, which I guess is going to be another guard.
Unless he gets the double, obviously.
Unless he gets double, which is obviously block.
Yep.
And a blodge ghoul.
Sure hands or sidestep?
I like sure hands first.
I think I prefer sure hands, but sidestep isn't terrible.
No. Sidestep definitely, helps them live a bit longer.
Yeah.
And it's a double for the mummy and an 11 for the ghoul.
Wow.
How about that for some nice leveling?
Yeah, I was going to say, you couldn't ask for anything more.
No, that's pretty much the perfect...
And you had horrible block dice and you rolled a lot of 1s, but you leveled up 2 players and got exactly what you wanted from them.
Yeah. So you now have 2 Mighty Blow block players, which, is great. And that's, that's like sure hands, except he can do other things better now as well.
Yeah.
Because
I think the danger is the fact that that's possibly going to start hoovering up loads of the star player points.
I mean, never forget the fact that occasionally you get ball sacked or whatever, and
you see the people when they realise they've got a wizard, and it's like,
yeah,
nope, I'm not carrying it with my agility 4 ghoul anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But it also means he's going to get to sure hands or sidestep sooner, right? So
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all right.
I think it's just the thing about the ghouls where they don't have the regen and everyone else has it. I find, I just don't like them leveling that much.
Because they're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean,
even though they're just as likely to die as players on other teams, but it just feels so much worse.
I mean,
on the undead,
because you don't have an Apo. That's the thing.
Yep. No Apo. They've got the lowest armor on the team. Yeah. And everyone else got regen, I suppose. But yeah,
it's
good. It's a really nice level.
It's the bias of I don't want them to die, and they are the most likely to die on the team.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be annoyed.
I would still be trying to score with the others, everyone but him probably, for quite a while to try and get them leveled up. The other ghoul needs block. Possibly scoring with the whites as well if possible to try and get some of those levels because they really need them.
Cool.
2 really nice levels.
Yeah, like pretty much, the best you could hope for.
Oh yeah, if you saw those 2 players and you said what you could have whatever, I
I
think you
mean,
probably would go for those.
like even if you were picking 2 levels to be given to the team, they're both
Yeah.
pretty high up on the list, right?
Oh, very much so.
So literally everyone got this one right.
Yep.
I'm slightly disappointed that there isn't a Toby in here, but anyway,
A random Toby.
a random Toby. But he's busy playing one of his league games at the moment. Anyway, all right. So, which was late, which was supposed to be yesterday. We were supposed to, a league I'm an admin in. We were supposed to be rolling around yesterday, and now it's not happening till.
Oh dear, you've had to stall it.
Yeah, sorry.
Shocking behaviour.
Okay, so last game, yeah.
Nope.
No.
Maybe.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Orcs versus goblins. Yep. Necro pro elves.
Yep.
High elf
It is the last game.
Rats against chorves. So, one where I get to be happy. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so I started by looking at this game because of comments last week about making notes in reverse, in top to bottom,
in reverse order.
Yeah. And then got halfway through and then kind of gave up. So didn't help. But
excellent. It's an inspiring story if ever I've heard one.
Yeah, exactly. Rats choose to kick. Chorfs have a wizard. Actually, the Chorfs didn't use their wizard for the whole game. I think it was a lightning bolt of a rat lineman on turn 16 was how the wizard was used. Not even for helping anything at all. Just to what's the word? Spite lightning bolt at the end of the game on something like this.
Spite lightning bolt on the lineman. That's not that bad.
Now, when I saw
or was everyone else off the pitch?
Oh, I can't remember. There weren't many options, but and at that point in the time, I was like, well, you clearly should have used it earlier. But thinking back about it, so essentially, the rats turned the Chorfs over in the first half. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're always told you kind of want to use your wizard on defense, and so when someone turns you over, there's often that I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to save it for defense. But in the end, he probably should have used it in that first drive. But it's really hard to say. It's one of those things which is one of the hardest lessons to learn is when to use a wizard.
I think it's different, very different for the bash teams and stuff as well, isn't it? Whereas for elves and stuff, you want to be using it to steal the ball and score every time.
Yeah.
Whereas bash teams, that's a little bit less realistic sometimes.
Yeah, especially when the Bull Centaur got removed turn 1 or 2. I can't remember if it was a badly hurt or something bad, but he uses Apo on it, right?
Yep.
And then one of the Sure Hands players, one of the two, the two Sure Hands hobgoblins, one of them died.
Thus proving why he needed both of them. That's good.
Yeah, the other one got KO'd.
Oh no!
It was basically 5 Chorfs and a couple of hobgoblins in the first drive, and obviously the rats, tied up the Chorfs with line rats and sacked the ball, and got it forward and scored. And This is the thing in hindsight, and this is the thing. I'm trying to say. It was hindsight. I'm not saying it was bad play by Erwind or not to I can't say that if I was playing I would have used the wizard. In hindsight, I can say he should have used the wizard in the first drive, but at the time I probably I would have made the same choices. I think I would have not used it. And then
you would think that there's going to be a better time to use it coming up at some point.
You say that, but when I play rats, one of my main defenses against the wizard is to just score really quickly, so I'm not holding onto the ball at any point to be wizarded. And that's what happened in the second half. The wizards just scored I mean the Wizards. The
The Rats
Rats just scored.
Oh,
And so that's why the Chorfs ended up holding on to the Wizard for so long.
yeah, that makes sense.
So if I was really thinking about the game and it was an important game, I would have thought about what I would have done if I was the Rats. And I would have thought, I'm not going to be holding onto the ball if I'm Rats. So I need to Wizard and, I need to use the Wizard as soon as I have a chance on the ball, basically. Anyway.
I don't think it helps that this Chorf team is going through one of the roughest starts I think I've seen.
Well, talking of which, I have a clip for this game.
We've got Harmall in.
Oh, hey, Armel.
Awesome.
Who didn't stream any games.
Nope, but I've seen spoilers on the ticker. And when I was watching before we started this.
I've not obviously been able to see them. But anyway. Yeah, so, did you stream your game? Oh, he didn't stream that one either.
Nope.
Nope. Tut, tut, tut. Oh, the misses. Okay, yeah. Can't blame you for that. Anyway,
valid excuse.
Last game of that we're going to talk about of 5G, and it's last clip, and it's the Mighty Blow piling on Storm Vermin, hitting the Claw Chorf. Now the Claw Chorf is the only Chorf who's got a level, I think.
Yep, because the others have all died.
Yep. It's turn 8 of the first half. And he's dead. And you can see the other you can see the Sure Hands Hobgoblin in the background.
Also dead.
Also dead. And you can see a Gutter Runner with the ball about to
bugger off.
About to score, in fact. Like, I think he makes another blitz. No, so he sends the other Gutter Runner to give an assist to take a cheeky 2 dice block with no block.
When the dice are going that far in your favour, I suppose you double down.
Yeah, and so I think the Chorfs had 11 players, and as you can see, 5 of them have been removed.
Yeah.
So I guess being a little bit greedy is not terrible. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. It's probably not the best idea, but it's early on.
Yeah. So then the Rats get the ball. They score. It's 2-0, and the Chorfs get a consolation touchdown at the end. After turn 16 wizarding.
There's actually a fair amount of damage to both teams. It's just that the stuff to the Chorfs came on more important players.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a badly hurt Blitzer, but the better Storm Vermin was fine.
Was still there. Yeah.
And 2 niggled linemen who I'm assuming have both already been fired.
You would hope so.
Yeah. 2 dead players for the Chorfs. 1, the Hobgoblin, who I was kind of irritated by him having 2 Sure Hands players anyway. So I'm glad. I'm glad one of them died.
Harsh.
I'm also kind of amused by the fact of all the Chorfs to get removed.
The Claw one.
The Claw one who had literally no impact. The Claw that had no impact on this Skaven team was
could have affected the Blitzers.
It could have, but he didn't.
Yeah. All right.
In the 8 turns before, he wasn't showing a great deal of enthusiasm to hit with the Claw player or anything. So, but 2 of the other dwarfs did get Kaz. So, and MVP landed on one of them. So we got 2 leveled Chorfs. So actually, lost a Claw, gained 2 other things. I'm guessing one might
have played 7 games now, and he's lost a Bull Centaur, 3 Chorf blockers, and the Sure Hands Hobgoblin.
Well, he's still. Sorry, go on.
Oh, it's really rough. He's lost 23 star player points so far, which is a fair amount early on for a Bash team.
I'm not anti-Chorf, I'd like to point out, but I do find it funny. So
I am anti-Chorf, and I'm feeling bad. That's how badly this is going.
Let's see what he got. Maybe he got something. Maybe
Yeah.
he got to replace it with another claw before Mighty Blow Chorf, who might also die before he gets Mighty Blow again. So
Otherwise, I would like to see 2 guard, I think.
2 guard. I'd like to see 1 Mighty Blow and 1 guard.
You want one of each.
What? Or at least like so. Any combination of 2 Mighty Blow, 2 guard, a Mighty Blow and a guard, I'm kind of fine with. Right? Those are
I
the.
don't think I'd want to see 2 Mighty Blow. I think that's too many early on.
But there's that thing. So
I suppose they do level faster, but
they level faster. You're in, tier 5, so it's not, that big a deal about, actually winning games in guard, which is what guard helps you do. And
yeah,
if the guard one rolls a double for the next level, and you have to take claw, and then have more games without Mighty Blow and claw, I think it's
fair enough. Makes sense.
It's hard when you lose 6 players in 7 matches and have an AV9 team. 2 of them were hobgoblins, but yeah, that's still terrible. I think I have to build. For what?
2 bulls and 6 chorfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No. But it is keeping your TV nice and low, so you get to have inducements every game.
I'm not sure that's quite the consolation you were thinking it was.
No, and he has gone for guard and a Mighty Blow, 1 of each.
Fair enough.
Which,
that does make sense.
Yeah. Like the thing with having, like, I don't mind Mighty Blow on all of them first, so that when one of them gets a double, you actually have, Claw Mighty Blow.
It will go on the one person that's got guard.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen now. On the other hand, the guard one's not going to level quite as fast as the others are going to. So
it's true.
Okay, and the rats look like they haven't taken their levels yet. Right. So, first of all,
what I'm seeing as well.
They got 2 levels, both gutter runners. One of the gutter runners got an MVP. The other one got a touchdown. Oh, and a completion.
Yep.
So they did a vanity pass on a gutter runner to level it, and then also got MVP.
It's not the end of the world. I wonder if they haven't taken them because they're interesting or just because that they ran out of time.
So let's assume he's gone wrestle on all his gutter runners.
He's got to have 1 block, surely.
You'd think so, but maybe he's just going to go wrestle on all of them, make them all ball sackers,
Yeah.
And I'd like to see tackle on the wrestle one who's leveled.
Yeah, because he's already got 1 with strip, so...
Yeah. Maybe he was just in a rush, didn't have time to do it.
Yeah.
Like, with one interesting one, you'd expect that the other one... Unless they're, if they're both doubles...
Yeah.
Maybe.
You'd give the one with wrestle probably horns, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I like horns.
As a double.
2 heads is also a great double. Guard...
2 heads with the other one.
I mean...
Guard is nice.
There's so many good doubles for gutter runners.
Yeah. Guard's nice, but leads to a shorter lifespan normally. But if it went on the one that doesn't have wrestle, I'd probably think about guard a lot more. But yeah, interesting.
And as you can see, Aldar Eliod still unbeaten.
Way out in front.
With only how many weeks is this again?
It's 7 weeks these seasons.
3 more games.
4.
4 more games.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm in week 4. So anyway,
4 more games.
So
predictions.
Predictions, yes, indeed. Now I have set up the predictions in the predictions channel, despite the round not being rolled yet. So anyone else wants to, they can join in. Oh, I should do the invite thing, shouldn't I?
I'm going to need to type out your ones.
Right. Okay, there's the invite to the Discord again, in case anybody wants to join in. All right, so Big Green War Machine, who are currently on 1, lost all their games.
Yep.
100% losing record against the Bone Idols. Now, have the Big Green War Machine been playing? No.
The Big Green War Machine played Aldar first.
So they've had 2 elves and goblins. So this is
Yeah.
their first like actual bash matchup.
Yep.
So maybe maybe we can't read too much into their previous form.
I'm going Bone Idols just due to their horrible, horrible block dice, and I think they're going to bounce back.
The War Machine haven't yet fired the block thrower who got armor busted 2 games ago. And
they've still got time.
They still got time, and they also haven't bought a goblin yet, which I think would really like. I think maybe having seen the goblins throw teammate win a game, maybe they'll be inspired to do the same with their troll.
I don't see any good reason not to have one if you've got the troll anyway. Oh yeah, I don't see any reason not to.
I mean, it's kind of
It puts them up to the same team value as the undead, which is fine. They're not going to get a lot for the price of a goblin anyway.
And get a bench, and gives them a bench.
Not a very good bench, but still, it's a bench. A player's a player. Bombs, filling seats, and all that.
Or they could just replace the thrower with a thrower who doesn't have armor 7. Hey, Dimmy, how are you?
Good.
Ha ha ha! 69, dude.
Hi, Dimmy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Bone Idols just because I want to see them bounce back after the horrible set of dice they rolled against the High Elves.
And the plus
they've just got the plus agi and the block.
Yeah, the plus agis, makes me think they will not find it hard to run circles around the orcs.
Yeah.
And some nice
Pretty
guard.
huge.
And like Mighty Blow's not going to be that great against armor 9, but the rest of the team is better, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the orcs don't have any tackle. So yeah, this is everyone going for
I think so.
Sorry.
No problems.
That was me showing what's it for a second when I didn't mean to. There we go.
Are you going for the Bone Idols as well then?
Yeah, I'm going for the Bone Idols as well. I'm also trying to set up the screen thing so that I will write on them. Boom.
Oh, fair enough. I'm just going to post them in the recap notes.
Okay, sure. That works too.
They're your ones.
Okay.
I'm going to try and remember to do it when we go on to 3C as well.
Mm-hmm.
I may need reminding.
Yeah, that's fine. Or I might start just doing it.
Fair enough.
So next is hardest working rebel against the CD Warriors. So Aldar's unbeaten Elven Union team against the rather dilapidated Chorf team.
They're looking a lot nicer now. They've got that Mighty Blow and Guard in there, the Chorf team.
Better than just Claw, especially against Pro Elves.
Yeah. 30-player Hobo. Sure hands.
So
They've
2 players.
Tools there.
And they're getting 240 TV of inducements.
Is that including the 2 hobgoblins?
Yeah.
Cool. Is it only 240?
Yeah, because the 2 hobgoblins take them to 1,000.
But Aldar's got a journeyman as well.
Oh, good point. Yeah, sorry, 290.
300.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, 300. Sorry, 60 each. Yeah.
What can you get with 300k?
Not a chef. Definitely not a
chef. Although if he took it and it just steals all his rerolls, that would be amazing.
But that's what everyone thinks before they get the
chef.
Oh
yeah. It never works.
It never works.
Or it so rarely works. Everyone's got the story of when it worked against them. Or for them, but yeah.
Like
I don't know enough about Lestar players really.
So for the same reason that is a wizard not that great, is that because is it going to be the same as the rats where the wizard's not going to get used because Aldar's just going to score as soon as he gets the ball?
I would imagine he will. That does seem to be like the pro elf way.
Yeah, not just the Aldar, but actually pro elf way. Yeah.
Yeah, Windows are brilliant. Chorfs have bad star players.
Hthark the Unstoppable is amazing. but he is also 300.
Probably more than 300.
He's 330.
There's no spare money.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, actually, what was
could
we
you
talking
go
about?
for a chalk blocker with guard?
Yeah, or
Like
well,
a
no,
mercenary?
like guard. Guard is guard really worth it against pro elves?
True. Okay, but then you do really want a mighty blow one that's potentially going to be soaking up SPP
How about another?
when you're not going to be able to afford to buy it. Well, you can't buy it.
How about another block bull centaur and a bribe?
Could be good. I was going to say, I was looking at the bribe with the dirty player being there. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Another bull and a bribe
Mm-hmm.
could cause some real problems. Because
Um,
then what, that'll be 2 hobgoblins. Well, yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's a reasonable choice.
but having said all that, on current
Chainsaw.
Noblar, he's blodge,
Yeah.
and I don't think Uldar has any tackle yet, right? No tackle.
No.
You know,
Chainsaw, bribe. I suppose that then leaves enough for a babe probably as well.
I still don't like a chainsaw as much as another dirty player. Just stock up on hobgoblin dirty players and foul the hell out of them.
So hobgoblin dirty player.
3 hobgoblin dirty players.
Wow, that is really sending a message.
It's like 3
I
bribes.
don't hate it, but it's, yeah. Although with the way that this Chaos Dwarf team's doing, extra Apo.
That'd be the ultimate. I don't think I'm going to win this game.
I think there's problems going off here.
I mean, a block bull centaur would probably actually giving you a lot more speed, range, and hitting power.
I think it's definitely better than your 3 hobgoblins with dirty player. I think that might be slightly too many.
And also, he can't afford it. But anyway,
yeah,
never let it get in the way of
fun.
Yeah. So everyone betting on Uldar to win this one as well. Or
are you doing that as well?
Or is this a yeah? This is what I'm doing. But are you going to go for something else?
No, I'm going for Uldar.
Okay.
I've been voting pro elves all the time. Erwin does already voted for them as well.
Yeah.
I don't have to feel bad.
Maybe someone will vote for a draw at some point. You never know. All right. So next is one of my most hated matchups when I'm goblins, rats. The real refs against Ratvus.
I'm gonna go for a draw. The goblins are gonna kill them all, and then draw.
They could actually buy a bit more of a bench, which I would like to see. Like 3 secret weapons and only 1 bench.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
enough.
not enough. Can't afford to get quite that outnumbered.
No. Although the rats only have 11 players as well. They could buy a player or 2. And they don't have any tackle yet.
Yeah.
But
although they might do.
Gutter runners, removing the ball from goblins is not that hard. They have a strip ball gutter runner as well. So
yeah, the goblins are going to get 140k. So if they bought an extra player, down to 100k. So buy a player and 2 bribes. That's assuming the rats don't spend any of their money. They only take the levels and their normals.
Oh yeah, of course. There's another 40. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. Buy a goblin and 2 bribes, and fire the bomb because bombs are rubbish.
Yeah, they're not good against rats.
I
want to defend them, but I can't.
No,
I like the bomb. It's fun, and if you're playing goblins, you're playing for fun generally.
That's true, but I also like at least drawing, and
all rats will be caught in traps. All gutter runners dead before the second half.
That would be awesome.
That would be how the goblins would win.
Yeah.
Even then, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. So, but you're going for a draw anyway. Just.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Yeah, rats should run circles around the.
The rats should run circles around them, but if the goblins can kill enough of them, maybe, and if they've got a little bit of leeway with the bench and the bribes,
Yeah.
maybe they'll do something.
I
still
think
think it's a bit of a push for a win, though.
yeah, indeed.
Plus,
Ooh.
we don't vote for enough draws.
No, well, I just noticed they haven't actually had a single draw in this division yet.
Yep.
That's surprising.
Pretty impressive.
Okay.
Helmet to level up.
Yeah. Wait, you don't get SPP for chainsawing people, by the way.
No, but maybe vanity passes with it.
Yeah, true. Vanity pass.
Show the rowdy vanity passes how it's done by vanity passing with a chainsaw goblin.
Yeah. All right, so the Ultimate Evil Alliance against the Rowdy Vanity Passers.
I'm going to vote for Ilod because he's playing High Elves.
And also because he's...
Also because he's unbeaten as well.
Yeah, and also because he's Eliod and, you know...
Yeah. Eliod, yeah. Eliod. Yeah, that's all fair reasons behind it. But I would have been voting for him anyway, even if he was losing, just because of who he's playing as. Probably. At no point have I pretended to not be completely biased.
Yeah, that's fine. Same with me, and he's on...
You carry on trying to make a point about voting for the Zons every now and then, just so that you're not constantly bullying Rob Top.
Yeah, true. All right. SevTech gets 120 of... oh, no, 160. What am I talking about? No, wait. Yeah, no, 120. 120 of inducements. Because Eliod's missing 2 players. Well, he's missing 3 players, but he's got the money to buy 1. So overall, his TV should be at
1340.
Yeah,
1410. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
yeah, sorry.
No, 1340. You're right in the first.
Yeah, 1340. So 120k.
Yeah. What do you spend? He's not taken a dirty player, so I guess is he going to go for another spare zombie? He could, like 120 is perfect. 120 is the amount of money you need for a dirty player zombie.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Coincidentally. And then foul all of the high elves off the pitch. But yeah, I'm also going for Eliod. Even though I'd like to minus several points for his inability to actually
keep his players alive.
No, actually make rowdy vanity passes.
Fair enough.
He's not rowdy vanity passing enough.
No, that's fair.
Is my problem with him. Okay, so so far you've put one of my.
Yes, that's a very good point.
It's fine. I've done the picture. All right.
Awesome.
That's it for 5G. Yes.
Yep.
And probably about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes after I said we move on. So I said in the thing we'll spend an hour on 5G, maybe a bit less. And actually,
we have spent an hour on 5G.
And actually, it's a bit more.
Only a little bit more.
A little bit more.
We started based on coordinate time, and then there's a little bit of rambling afterwards. So we didn't actually get started on 5G until 15:15.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 past. No, all good.
But now, 3C. Woo, indeed. I haven't made any notes about this at all.
Awesome. We're both going in blind. No problems, though. It was fun.
Cool. Yeah.
I say it was fun. We're carrying on.
Yeah. It's still fun.
Yeah. It will remain fun until it's not.
Until it's not. All right. So first of all is Upme's Finnish Marvels against Nibbenen's Rylith Dreamers. Oh, this is the one where. Oh no! Yeah. This is the one where no one guessed it right.
Which is impressive by itself.
Impressive by itself, but it was a draw. Oh wait. Sorry, it's still showing the.
I've got just Spike has voted for that.
Yeah. No, I was saying just wait because I was still showing the 5G predictions. Hedge yourself. Perfectly timed. We're just starting 5G now. 3C now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Indeed.
We're definitely not doing 5C as well.
No, that would be,
too much.
Too much, indeed.
Too much for one evening. Couldn't do that many in one go.
And
madness.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, yes. So where were we? No one got finished marbles against Rise of Dreamers correct because it was a draw. Where are we?
Right.
I'm assuming a 1-1 draw.
Yep, it was. Indeed.
Did you just send what?
I just sent you the results for the High Elf versus Chaos predictions.
Which was the game that happened while we were.
And it wasn't Chaos; it was versus Vampires. So I'll quickly change that. But yeah,
I was in fact.
I don't know quite why I wrote Chaos, but yeah, it was versus Vampires
because we were talking about
Vampires.
Yeah, because we were talking about the Wild of Dreamers. That's why.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah. Oh, lots of blocks. Unsurprisingly, Chaos getting more damage out of the fewer number of blocks, only slightly fewer.
Yep.
But both sides scoring
Still
1.
not a great deal.
And annoyingly for the Chaos, the movement 5 gets MVP. Is that annoying?
Probably. I suppose he kept him, so maybe he's planning on keeping him. If he's playing him in this game. It's the same number of removals for both sides. If you look at not the players actually removed by things, but including like the pitch and other things.
Yeah. So one of the lizards self-removed. Either the break tackle saurus failed to break tackle and fell over into the Cas box, or one of the skinks fell over into the Cas box.
Yeah, I think one of the it looks like one of the Chaos players did the similar sort of thing, or was pushed into the Cas box. I don't know. It shows surfs, doesn't it? There's no surf, so no, they fell over or something.
Yeah. I don't understand.
About right.
But did the Ride of Dreamers have an Apo, right?
Yeah.
So they received 2 Cas and have 2 badly hurts, which means they didn't Apo anyone. They didn't use their Apo in the game. Okay.
Yeah, fouls as well, GSL. Definitely plausible.
Oh, fouls. Yeah, true.
Relatively unlikely with the 2 teams, but yeah.
I mean, Chaos win by removals, so often they foul. But anyway, it's a lot of guard against these poor lizards.
I don't think they're that poor though, because
No.
it looks like there was a few failed dodges or GFIs, or no, not failed GFIs. There was no failed GFIs. But yeah, there was either some fouls or some other bits. But yeah,
and
a couple of extra removals.
Yeah, Silly Billy was harmful fouls, all the time. It's just a thing.
I was trying to foul at the weekend with High Elves. It didn't work well. I carried on failing the dodge to get to the player. Fouling the killer is very viable.
It's almost important. It's sending a message, isn't it, and all that.
I don't think with it being a vampire killer, has it got piling on? But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lizards had Silly Billy.
Yeah.
MVP going to a diving tackle skink, who I assume is getting sidestep or block if it's a double.
Oh, yeah, it'll be block if it's a double.
Or almost any other stat up as well.
Yeah.
And one warrior with Mighty Blow has leveled up, so he seems to be going guard. He seems to be going Mighty Blow guard on all the warriors, so I assume he's going to keep that up.
I think he was doing that before he saw what the new division was like. Now he's seen it. I don't know whether that will change his plans.
Yeah. So the lizards do have another sidestep diving tackle. which is basically all that stunty
Really good.
players are useful for, without any special roles.
I would say that's all he needs, but he probably needs to build the next ones towards being that as well, because the other ones will die at some point.
And wait, who leveled?
It was
Shabithkar.
Shabithkar.
Yep, so he has gone for guard again. And
Yeah, cool.
I think you need. I think all bash teams need to get really guarded
Decent
up.
smattering of guard.
Yeah,
and he's getting there now.
yeah. Otherwise, you just get out guarded by other
And
strong
this causes
teams.
all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
Anyway, no one
It's
guessed
looking-
that, so nul point for the predictions.
Go us.
Go us. Well, it means
As a collective. I suppose people aren't getting further away from me. That's always a bonus.
yeah. Same here. I mean, I'm still in. It's not really equal second, is it? It's an equal equal fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Equal fifth.
Equal fifth.
I'm a lot further back than that.
Yeah. Not that much further back. Maybe you'll catch up this week.
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. All right, so next is...
I think we know, but fair enough.
Yeah, we do. And next is Pro Elves against Zons. And is this the week of the draw?
The glamour match.
The glamour match. It was 1-1. I have a feeling the Zons stamped out the glamour in this game that the Pro Elves were hoping to bring to it.
I'm sure I saw something posted about fouling somewhere.
There were 4
expulsions
from this game.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive for
But I'm sure, was it XCAM that said that he had 4 expulsions but like 2 bribes or something as well?
Oh, did he? Wait a second.
I'm sure I saw something about that. Dirty player Merc and 2 bribes. And he's still got that many expulsions. Rob Top's just told us in chat.
Oh, yeah, no, it was the Zons.
So, yeah.
It was the Zons that got two bribes. And
Zon's got 2 bribes and a dirty player Merc and had 3 people sent off.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
Which makes up for the fact that Amazons are too cheap and shouldn't have got that much inducements.
It's only because this team's been beaten up quite a lot recently.
Yeah, true. Okay, fine.
He had about 4 elves. I think XCAM did some of his best work last season when he only had about 3 or 4 elves on the pitch.
I mean, it's the pro elf way, isn't it? You basically
got no one there, and you still just score somehow.
Yeah, none of them have a bench. Oh, look, at least he's got a bench in the first place, right?
Hmm.
No, he doesn't. No, he hasn't. That's a lie. There's no number 3.
Yep, I literally just noticed that as well. Scanning through, like, nope.
Nope.
He's now going to have a number 3, but no number 2 this time. Never mind.
Yeah.
I kept rolling 1. Warcard kept getting me wherever I was.
Yeah. Standard.
Oh, that's all of the stats split catcher. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow. Ridiculous player. But yeah, I can understand how he would be getting you wherever you are. Fast, agile, and strong. And not injured either.
No, well, it's hard to, he's going to...
Yeah. I suppose neither of the strength 4s on the Amazon team have tackle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the killer does. I mean, he's not strength 4, but yeah.
Yeah.
And the MVP went to a loner as well.
Probably buy it.
Maybe. I don't think so. Doesn't fit in with the naming scheme.
True.
I
suppose if you're being Amazon and you don't die very often, you've got the luck of choosing when to buy players.
Yeah, Rob did buy the loner who stole the MVP. So
that's fair.
That player is never dying and will be on your roster with the weird name.
No. One of the other ones will die. He'll get a second one with the weird name, and then the original one with the weird name dies.
Fair. Okay.
I've got experience in that.
Yeah.
I know how this works.
Okay, so levels. New catcher on 1066 and all that. I'm assuming it will be Agi because he's not had that much Agi on this team yet.
He's got 2.
Yeah, no, just kidding.
If we're going for that, it's strength, surely,
Okay, yeah.
because he's
Yeah,
only got
right,
1 strength.
Fine strength then.
I'm assuming it's probably block.
Dodge. Again, going back to the.
I like dodge, but in
He's
Div 3 with a lot of players that have got tackle around,
he's gone for dodge first on all his other catches. I'm
fair enough.
pretty certain
Then.
it'll be dodge. And the lineman
That's fair.
is getting.
I think he's had wrestle ones before, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. So another wrestle.
But then they're not there anymore because wrestle players die immediately.
Yeah.
Was there a stat down on that guard kick player?
Not that I remember. You think, but you'd still keep the guard anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to fire the kick. So yeah, I would like you're not going to get a backup kicker.
I'd like to see block or wrestle. I have had spoilers because I've just had a quick look to see whether or not that person was injured, and I can tell you it's a double.
Oh, so another guarder.
Yep.
Nice. Although problematic for the and dodge.
No defensive skills, but
yep. And you kind of 11 players for the next game with who are your linemen? You have 3 linemen, and then everyone else you kind of don't want to get punched.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
No.
Well, as far as problems go, that's not the worst one to have.
No, true.
I would rather have a problem of having too many good players than not enough.
Yeah. And the Zons, Big Danny, the Blitzer, got 2 Kaz, which gets her superstar
Rob
skill.
Cox told us she's got a double.
Ooh.
As well.
Ooh.
Which is it going to be sidestep?
Like, it's not worth it.
Is it going to be?
You can get stand firm anyway.
Oh, jump up, surely.
Oh, jump up. Oh, jump up. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Of course, jump up. Yeah.
What am I even thinking of?
Mm.
Surely it's jump up. If not, I wouldn't hate diving tackle as it's not got the catches for diving tackle.
I was thinking that diving tackle. It goes well with tackle as well, but you're right.
It goes well with tackle, but it doesn't go well with the rest of the stuff.
No, it doesn't go quite as well as jump up does.
No.
So jump up it is. And he has in fact gone jump up.
He has indeed gone jump up. Yeah, Homo.
Yep. Can't believe
you got there before us. But,
I can't believe it took us that long to think of it. Also,
anyone that's watched them before is probably used to it.
Yeah. Jump up's also a great defensive skill because you can lie on the ground and then you can only be fouled. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that horrible moment when someone forgets about it because they're not used to you having it.
Yeah. Well, also someone fouling the jump up player is also great when it doesn't work and you end up getting to jump up hit their dirty player. Take that.
Normally, if they're doing that, they've got a couple of other people around to assist.
Yeah, true. But you have guard. Anyway.
Yeah, true.
Only one person got this prediction right.
Yep.
You know who it was? Yay.
I do know who it was. It was me.
All the way up to 3.
I'm going to get a nosebleed if I go much higher.
Yeah.
Not not joint last anymore. Woo.
Okay, so next is you put High Elf versus Chaos in your first summary as well.
That might be where I got that wrong thing from.
Or you just think that the Dull Fangs are a Chaos team. There is quite a lot of Chaos. To be fair.
The problem is I was watching their game on Cabal Vision at the time, so I knew it wasn't Chaos. So I don't know quite where I got that from.
Yeah.
But it was definitely High Elves versus Vampires.
Mm-hmm. And apparently there was lots of fouling. and it had no effect on the game whatsoever. So no one got sent off, and there weren't that many removals.
Oh no, is the
And
API down? Oh no, Rebel's down.
what happened? So
The Rebel.net API might have been down. I was just trying to look at the stats inside the browser. Or that could have been me being an idiot. Yeah, ignore me. That's my bad.
yeah, no. Oh my god. Okay, wow. Bloody high elves.
What?
That's not a bad result, is it? So, have you seen?
Wow. Yeah. Yep, I have now.
Oh, there we go. Ah, okay. So,
I
oops.
think I saw it at 2-0 at one point.
Okay, 3-0 to Harmel,
Pretty impressive.
and 4 completions. See, rowdy vanity
That's
passes. That's how you do it.
a bit more rowdy, isn't it?
Look at the number of ones from the vamps. That will explain things. Also, lone alignment, only player to get removed by looks, or only player to get permed.
That's a really nice result as well.
Yeah. Although MVP to another
A
loner.
lone alignment.
Yeah. But that is what happens when you have 3 loners.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Like, basically a third of your team, maybe a quarter of your team. What am I talking about? Yeah, somewhere between the two. Chances are
There
pretty
was
good.
some dice involved. I
Yeah.
dread to think how many dice were rolled in that game.
Oh yeah. Well, let's and kind of irritatingly for the vampires, level up on the dirty player thrall, which I'm guessing is
Yeah, that's.
wrestle.
Or do you give him blocks? Are we still standing? You could go either way, I think, with that quite easily. Yeah, but the dice are a bit mad.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And there were 14 pro attempts in all of that, 59 ones. That's ridiculous. I mean, vamps
Yeah,
do roll a lot of dice, and it could be injury dice. Maybe there weren't that many removals, right?
yeah, some of them will have been on armor. In fact, yeah, quite a few of them will have been on armor. That's like armor 9 levels, isn't it? 81% armor.
Yeah.
And injuries 14 for 1. That's also pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh, especially so.
Yeah.
Even
no
when,
KOs, only 1 casualty sustained from that many dice.
and that includes bites as well, right?
Yes, that includes bites. So out of 15 rolls on the injury chart, only 1 turned into a casualty and there were no KOs. That's impressive.
And 1 kill that I guess was regened because there's no kills. There's no dead player.
Apode? Because there's no regen roll.
I think if. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, it must have been Apple then.
I can't see it. I can't see a regen roll there. So
No. Okay.
yeah, looks like a game of swings and roundabouts with the ones then.
Yeah.
Loads of ones causing no injuries, but also making lots of things fail that probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Because the dodges were fairly subpar. 50% pass. Might have been a snake for the 2 fails, for the double fail. But yeah, pretty rough in places.
G-Cell says, couldn't count my snakes on one hand, which is, 59 ones. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy, that one.
And
impressive, though.
He's gone for block on the dirty player, which, I
can understand it.
I can understand it. I prefer wrestle because then you've got a chance of having wrestled someone else to the ground.
And then running off.
And then stamping on them. Standing up and stamping on them.
Yeah, fair enough. I can understand that logic entirely.
And apparently, a lot of people predicted
voted for Harmel.
Yeah, predicted this result.
Yes. I think it's quite difficult normally to vote for Vamps anyway, isn't it? Because they're a tough team to play as.
they're a tough team to play as, but they do like. There's a world of difference between, you
Oh
know,
yeah, early
1,000.
ones and late
What
ones.
early vamps are a nightmare and are, you know, practically a tier 4 team like with stunties.
Yeah,
Once you start getting a few blodgers and a few skill ups and stuff, and especially that movement 8 agi 5 one. Actually, I kind of think maybe you want the movement and the agi on different players ideally, but you know, there's some good vampires here,
yeah,
and they'll get better with another couple of skills each as well. So you know,
agreed.
and that strength up throw will be great as well. Like you know, about 2,500 TV is the point at which vampires actually start to be a great team. Yeah,
That's pretty late.
yeah. Might not be quite that late, but yeah, but they are a tough team to win with.
Hmm.
So wait a
Oof.
second. Poof.
Oh, I'm looking at the Goblin Spy stats for the game.
Yeah.
So looking at the D6 rolls which don't involve armor or injury, the number of ones that the Supreme Leaders rolled were 0, and the number that the Dolphangs rolled was 23, which is quite a lot.
Yeah. That is a hell of a lot.
Yeah. But they did get some incredibly low rolls on the injuries as well. So yeah.
So wait a second. If we look back, I'm updating the scores by the way as we speak. Oh
Cool.
no, wrong team. Wrong elves. So the Supreme Leaders rolled 0 1s in
0 1s on non-armor or injury rolls. Yep.
they failed 2 GFIs, that can't be right.
Don't know how that's worked then.
Hmm. But still.
Oh yeah, it says here that those numbers must be wrong somewhere there then. Don't know how that's worked that out. But yeah, it shows GFIs further down. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll ignore these numbers a bit more then. But still, I can see that there was the 2 passes that failed were both 1s. So potentially that was another snake there.
Yeah. Well, there were 4 passes. But anyway,
2
of them.
1s
Yeah.
and a 2 and a 6. But yeah, still not easy when you're rolling that many 1s. I
That
think I've
does.
spoken too much about the dice there.
Yeah. So that gives Harmol his 2nd point, and you are all the way up to 4.
I'm glad I'm sitting down. That's probably going to be my gravestone. Glad he was sitting down.
Yeah. Okay, done. Took me a little while.
Yep, cool.
Nibnan and XCam are now on 7.
Wow.
Me, G-Cell, and Pyro are on 6. Then a 5 from Rob Top. And 4 for you.
I've doubled my score.
In
And
2.
we're only halfway through this week.
Yep.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. And it's going to get better as well. Dark Elves against Orcs. Organised Crisis against Ravers?
Yep, Ravers.
Like I'm
Excellent.
I'm forever going to instantly think. I'm thinking
you
of
caught it quick.
G-Cell's thinking about booting the dirty player, which I only just saw. Sorry.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think I'd keep hold of him for a bit, but
like this is why I don't like with the wrestle more so. Like I've got dirty players who, you know, no, I like dirty players. I think Vamps need a dirty player. You've got a big bench. You should be fouling.
Or you should have the option to foul.
Yeah, you should have the option to foul.
I'm not sure whether you should always be fouling, just because of, well, other issues.
Yeah, but you should be trying to surround one player who's on the ground and foul him. You know, you should be giving yourself the option. I think every non-claw team needs a dirty player. How about that?
I think the claw team should have one as well, generally.
It's not such a big deal because they got big, claw and stuff instead, right?
I think I'd still have one.
Okay.
Dirty player rotter, Dirty player hobgoblin. Dirty player zombies on necro.
Fair.
Maybe not on normal chaos.
Yeah,
Beastmen are expensive.
like
but
normal chaos is basically the thing I'm thinking about.
having watched games with the Sage, his dirty player does wonders.
Yeah.
Does more damage than the claw palm.
Ooh. Okay, and it was 2-1 to Dazzle Wagstaz, Organised Crisis. Is that his first win? I feel like it is.
Quite possibly.
No, it's a second.
No.
Oh,
Fair
and oh yeah, we forgot to mention if G-Cell had won his game, there would have been 7 teams. 7, 2, 4. I can't count 6. 6 teams on 2 wins and a loss, which was pointed out on Discord yesterday. As
Wow.
it is, there are 5 teams who have 1 loss behind Harmel, which is a pretty big chunk of players.
Yeah, it's early yet.
Yeah,
I reckon once we get to what 6 games played, we might start to see a little bit more separation.
I mean, but this is an amazing amount of not separation, isn't it? You know, that's very close. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was I saying? But is that Ravers? That is Ravers' first loss, though. There we go.
It is.
Which is why almost no one predicted this result. No levels for the. In fact,
Dark Elves. Nope.
In fact, you know, considering they have a Mighty Blow piling on Blitzer, no Kaz, no, you know, 1 pass, 1 touchdown, 1 MVP. Not great SPP haul, and
not at all.
And an armor bust on a 5 SPP lineman.
They did sustain 8 KOs and 4 casualties during the game, so there probably weren't many elves around for a lot of it.
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Their wake up after KOs were actually really good, but 72%, 8 successes and 3 failures, but still having 8 KOs would mean you'll probably have quite a few people missing each drive, or at least vanishing during it.
And the Orcs gaining a fair amount of SPP?
Yeah. Pretty good. 18 isn't bad, is it?
For Orcs. Pyro says, don't worry, G-Cell. I'm sure you'll not roll such ones against me. And G-Cell says, waiting for round 9 seems mighty far away.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's the game when G-Cell's luck turns and he stops rolling ones, oh, that's going to be a long season.
I've had a season like that with vampires. Oh my god, they get very.
You get 5 more games. God, wow.
They get very tiresome when they're doing badly. I've got to say.
Yeah.
Level up on Gunner Side Bruise. Gunner Side. But how have you pronounced BRUIZ? I don't know.
We'll go with Bruise.
Okay.
Are we going to see a piling on here? Probably. I don't think he's got a Mighty Blow piling on yet.
Not yet. No.
Might see that. Might see another guard.
Another guard. I like the idea of more guard. He's only got 3 for like a bastion.
I like the idea of more guard as well, but I could also imagine that a piling on might be there.
Yeah.
If he's going to try and make a killer.
And it is more guard. Hooray!
Awesome. No, I can get behind that.
Winning over killing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Going to be my new phrase. And so, who was the one person who got this result correct?
That would be me.
Hooray! You're not used to you celebrating, are you? It's confusing.
No, I'm not. It is very much so. It's very rare that these work out this way.
Bringing you up to 5 with Rob top.
Yep.
You know.
Gaining on you all.
Okay, yeah. Wait a second. I better double check this. What? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. What's gone wrong?
I think you're going to overtake me, aren't you?
I would hope so.
Okay, my game
Yes.
is
Yep.
next.
Your
I
game.
I definitely did watch this. I think
Yeah.
I think I lost. Did I lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you played it before we actually did the stream last week.
Yeah. I
We were
think
trying not to do spoilers.
yeah, this was a game where I felt like it was going okay for quite a lot of the time, and then it wasn't type
It was
thing.
going okay until it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. You know, it like I felt like I had loads of chances. I don't think I got that badly removed. I can't remember, but just I think I lost a few players.
I think it felt. I think from speaking to you last week, I think it felt to you worse than what it was at the time.
Yeah, well,
But
I've
looking at the stats, they're not that unreasonable.
yeah. I mean, I really thought I had a good chance of winning. Oh, there were 4 Cas. Um, but yeah, it was like I think my team stayed on the pitch quite well considering all things.
Yeah.
And I scored, so I can't complain that much. And no perms. I don't remember anything specifically I did wrong. Oh yeah, I remember saying Pyro, you know, played well, made it hard for me, and it was too hard, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get 6. No, I did get 2 completions.
So you're as rowdy as the rowdy vanity passes.
Yep,
Excellent.
exactly. And the Khemri didn't get any level ups.
Nope.
Got a movement bust on a guard skeleton, which I guess you'd keep. Movement 4, but more guard, still more guard, right?
I think I'd keep it.
Yeah.
Or at least I'd not be firing it yet to
Uh,
decide after seeing who I was playing, because I think an extra guard would make a big difference against some teams.
I scored with 5 players. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a fairly standard Kislev tactic. It's what you have to do.
I've got no one left. I need to score still.
Yeah, basically.
Fair.
Yeah. But Napoleon did level, and
Yep. We spoiled that last week. He got an Agi, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy again after having both my Agi players murdered. So yeah, I'm over it. I forgot what happened.
I think we did cover it a fair bit last week.
Okay, cool. I might have whined. I apologize if I whined. But
it was closer to the time.
Talking of you equaling me in this game, you got it right.
I did.
And Ravers got it right.
Yep. We're all showing faith.
Pyro says I was a gentleman in defeat. You know, again
he wasn't on the stream.
Going back to Kislev life, you know, you do have to learn to deal with it.
People dying.
Yeah. Also, I did whine a lot to Zinj, so I can't, I can't say it was
fair enough.
Yeah. Zinj got the brunt of my, unhappiness and defeat. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, 6 to you! Hooray, Spoon!
Were you two playing in Imperium again?
Not yet.
All right, fair enough.
Soon, maybe. The Imperium Cup's happening, and both of us are through to the round of 16. So, and if I win my next 2 games, I think I have to play him in the. Oh, it might be in the final.
Finals or semis.
It's in the final or the semis, yeah. And we both have fairly overpowered teams compared to everyone else. So we're probably the 2 favourites in terms of like size of team type thing.
Fair enough.
Not necessarily skill. So you, Ravers, and Rob Top will each get a point. bringing both you and Rob to 6.
Yep.
And Ravers are up to 5. So XCAM, Nibbenen on 7, and then loads of us on 6 at the moment.
I think it's been a fairly rough week for XCAM and Nibbenen. I think they both started on 7.
Yeah. Oh, no, there was...
Did
XCAM
they?
was on 6. XCAM has got one so far,
Fair enough.
I think. Didn't he? Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
He got the high-off game.
Oh, yeah. And Nibbenen got that as well.
Yeah. Everyone did, basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, penultimate game is Nurgle versus Chorf. Zinj against the Chorvs. And I said...
Rift Cannon.
Zinj versus Rift Cannon, sorry. I said Nurgle would get it because of because of foul appearance in their all black outfits.
Well, they've just been undercoated.
Yeah. not
I really like that.
Not tournament legal.
Yep.
But yeah.
They have, what, 3 distinct colours or something?
Yeah, 3 distinct colours. Black, grey, and darker grey. Doesn't count.
No.
I don't think. And I said the difference would be foul appearance. So foul appearance saved them from 5 blocks, which isn't probably enough to have made a difference.
Nurgle got it because of passing plays.
So after a week against me where he, didn't really play, the ball enough, he decided to play the ball a bit more.
To go elfy.
Well,
foul appearance procced exactly the number of times that he should have done.
But that's still, that's 5 blocks. If there were 5 blocks against Claw, right?
Yeah.
That's, that's a big difference, right?
Yep. It could well have been.
And that's 5 blocks that your opponent's not getting that you're going to get to hit back with. And also the foul appearance players are all the Claw Mighty Blow players. So I wonder how many of those caused Kaz by
more
those
problems
were
potentially
return blocks after foul appearancing. Touchdown on the killer Pestigor. Wanting some tackle, I assume.
Yeah, I would say so.
Kaz and MVP on one of the Nurgle Warriors, but still no levels for the whole team. But, does this team really need level? And another Dead Rotter.
It apparently does.
Yeah.
Still not forgetting that statement.
And the Dead Rotter is one of the ones who wasn't bountied, I think not bountied. Yeah.
It's a new Rotter, isn't it?
Yeah. No stack freaks allowed and not bountied yet were the 2 Rotters who were added after...
Holmo's got a clip from the Zinj victory.
Oh, really?
Very
Go
fancy.
for it.
He says he'll send it over.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We've got a level Chorf, though.
Yeah, level Chorf, Mighty Blow. So I'm guessing either guard or
Claw.
More Claw. I mean, actually, 2 Claw against some lower armor teams. You don't really want more, do you?
I'm guessing if he rolls it, he's going to take it.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether or not it's the right thing to do. I've never really played a Chorf team to this level, but I imagine if you roll it, it'll probably get taken. It's guard.
It's guard.
Yep. Harmel sent you the clip on Discord.
He has. The pause from me was me.
While you looked at it.
Was me trying to set it up.
G-Cell voted for it to be a draw. And he's a bit salty. So it sounds like this clip might be fairly spectacular then.
Okay. Turn 16.
Scatter.
Whoa.
That is manageable. No, we're going to rescatter that again. That is a little harder. Don't catch that ball, please. Oh, that's... it's definitely doable. Pick it up. 4+ pass. There is a way out here. Just roll 6s. The word of advice. 6. Double scatter kind of making that a little harder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3+ pass into a 3+ catch.
So that's
So 3,
running
3,
back
3,
with the rotter
2.
to lob it to
That's
the
just not hard.
Pestigore.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Keep rolling 6s is the way to do it, right? Need to roll a Giovanni Man is a 3+. 4's no good. The pass is good. Is a catch going to be good enough? Catch is good enough. A GFI away from somehow scoring this in a rare
It's not
5+
that
dodge was
unlikely.
paid off.
Oh,
How's the scatter?
clip ends. But the number of cats also,
Yeah. Number of cats for both teams, to be fair.
hmm
There was quite a lot of injuries and stuff going around.
Anyway. Oh, where was boom. Alright. Yeah. That was 2-1, yeah, and it was the score on the Pestigore as well, who
So, what, 30% chance of working?
I mean, you only get the plays you go for or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was the touchdown on the. So it wasn't a rushing the killer to get leveled to get tackle. It was
Yeah.
just he was the only person who hadn't moved and was within touchdown range.
He was the last option available.
Yeah. Some
Casual. Yeah.
5+ POW, 3+, 4+, 2+.
I didn't include the POW. So it was a little bit more difficult than what I made it then.
And Harmel's not included the pickup either. So 3+, 3+. No, wait, sorry. He's not included the catch. So it's 3+, 4+, 3+, 2+. Yeah? Anyway.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Level for the morning burial is... Or the good crowd. I mean, was that a good crowd throw? Like, the other places would have been better. If it had been a crowd throw straight, then it would have just been a pickup rather than a pass, possibly. Right?
Yeah.
It was kind of as bad as it could be, I think, wasn't it? Or if it had been caught.
Well, it could have gone off the other end and gone anywhere.
Yeah, I guess. Pretty unlikely, though.
But that's fairly unlikely. Although you do see it sometimes, which is always fun.
Yep, yeah, it can. Okay, yeah. You need to roll a lot of 6s on the scatter dice.
Yeah.
And it could have been caught by one of those bloaters as well, right? Or
Yeah, and it's also true that it doesn't give you 1-star player point on the rotter.
Which is
for just picking it up.
Yeah, which is what's really important, obviously.
I'm sure that's what he was actually going for all along.
Yeah.
It was actually just a vanity pass, and then he noticed he could score afterwards.
Yeah, it's not the god. Chorf.
Wait, that rotter got 2 completions that game.
That's good.
Hang on. What's going on here?
He's working his way up to strip ball.
Yeah, did he do the same thing then in the first half? Or something similar? No, it was a short pass the next time.
Okay, cool.
I think the first one might have been a vanity one then.
Well, is he what he's trying to level up the wrestle tackle?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, did loads of people get this one?
Quite a few, I think.
Yay, I got it. Hurrah. And so did you. Not that it's just a competition between the two of us, but...
well, I don't think it's been a competition for the past 2 seasons, really.
Yeah, so
up until just today.
If only you hadn't started until this week.
Yeah.
Okay, so you, me, Rob Top, Pyro, and Rift Cannon. Rift Cannon going up to 4, and Pyro going up to 7. So that's
Ooh.
you, me, Nibbinen, Pyro, Rob Top, and XCam all on 7.
I think quite a few of those.
Quite a few of those. What?
Might get the next one right.
Yeah.
I think there might only be one person, possibly, or two, that didn't get that one.
Is there one person you're thinking of in particular?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Toaster Bait against Chug Man Milk. Wait, what? I didn't go for the Underworld. Are you sure?
Nope. Yeah.
What an idiot. So, I am. Me. 2-1 to Glart Death Grips Jr. And
You went for the draw on that one.
oh, did I?
Yep.
The Glart Death Grips didn't go for Glart. They went for Bomber.
I think he was the overdog, wasn't he?
So was that?
No, was he not? No.
Was that Nuffle
Toaster Bait,
altering?
no, he's not. No, he's not the overdog on that one. It was
He-
the previous week, I think.
He wasn't the underdog, but he was he wasn't the overdog. He was the
Yeah.
underdog, but only by 20k. So it was
Ah.
it was a tiny amount,
Yep.
and he didn't spend anything because I assume so. Yeah, he didn't spend anything because it shows it. So just getting Bomber for 10k is still pretty sweet.
Yeah. And then him taking eating the death rather than someone more important is also quite nice.
As long as he didn't cause his own death by bombing himself, obviously.
It happens.
Yeah.
Goblin life.
Movement bust on a wrestle lineman. Do you keep the wrestle lineman?
I honestly don't know. It's
It's like-
so difficult.
It's really tough leveling them. Like I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just it seems really tough because you're piling on guys and your ball carrying guys are getting all the SPP and then your 2 linemen are sitting there going, you know,
That is definitely some of it.
yeah, I've got an Underworld team in Clan and they've had wrestle tackle since I first made my team, and neither of them have any levels in 2 seasons. So
That doesn't sound far from my experience on it.
yeah, which is kind of irritating. But yeah,
I think I got one of them up to horns eventually.
I can tell you that he's not fired Dilemma 2 yet. I assume that's why there's the dilemma on him. Anyway,
Yeah.
but level up on Black Quarterback the Second.
Fair enough. So
Who got MVP?
block.
Did you get something interesting? Did you get agility or something good? I think he might have got something good.
Ooh.
Because I'm in the Underworld, obviously in the Underworld Discord, and he mentioned it.
Oh,
think
I've just looked.
It might be agility. Is it agility?
No.
Is it double?
It's a stat.
Strength. That was it. He
Yeah.
got strength. And he said he'll be very angry if we're playing next. He said he'd be very angry if I kill his thrower. I'm not sure which one he means, but I will be trying to kill both of them.
Yes. Yes, he would be angry if you killed a thrower.
Yeah.
One of them's only 11 star player points from Legend as well.
Yep.
You could get that against you.
Yep, he could do.
Although if you kill one of his throwers, he needs to kill that agility guy.
Don't say that.
I think that would be the fair way.
It really. Okay.
I don't think it's fair for either side, really.
Okay. Well, to be fair, okay, so moving swiftly on, predictions. Wait, were there no levels? We've already looked at this, right?
We just looked at the level on it.
Yeah.
We didn't put down.
Oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't, because Toaster Bait got levels, even though he lost, and we didn't look at any of those levels. Because
I've got that open on the page, but I didn't notice it somehow.
So
the death exchange works. The strength up Skaven thrower and the agility up Kislev lineman both dying. That's what we've agreed on.
Yeah, fine. I mean, you know,
probably not fine.
What? And how much our agreement has to do with what actually happens is another matter. So
Probably nothing
exactly
at all.
Mighty Blow, block, piling on.
I think he's
Beastman.
got to complete the kill stack, hasn't he?
He's like literally no
He's
one
not
has
got
the,
one at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he needs to do that.
Yeah. And Mighty Blow, block, Beastman, getting MVP to level him. You've kind
He's
of
got
already...
quite a lot of guard already.
More guard. I want more guard now you said that.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate more guard.
What else? I mean, more... Maybe a tackler?
Yeah.
He's got no tackle, Mighty Blow.
I think I'd like to see tackle slightly more than guard just because there's already quite a lot of guard there. But guard is never a bad choice. But yeah, I think tackle. I think having a second tackler when there's quite a few dodgy teams around.
He does have claw on the killer.
That's good. And he's got claw on the other one as well.
Yeah, he obviously feels the need for a lot more claw.
I don't know why a game against Underworld would make you feel like you need more claw.
Because they've got loads of claw and it makes you feel jealous.
Fair enough.
That for a reason. Oh,
Well, the claw goblin got badly hurt.
Hummel says the death exchange between Mike Kislev and Underworld would suit him.
I imagine it would suit everyone apart from you two.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't imagine anyone in the league really disagreeing with that.
So, you got another point.
Woo!
I did not.
Double woo.
Woo, woo. G-Cell gets a point, putting him up to 7. Rob Top gets a point, putting him up to 8 with you.
Yep.
You've gone from dead last into equal first. Pyro.
Ridiculous.
Also 8. And Riff, Nibbanon, and Crisis. Riff goes up to 5.
don't think Crisis has had any yet. I don't know how much he's been voting though.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't appear.
Yeah.
Org cry.
Fair enough.
Cool. All right. No one's
Yep.
All right, good. And that is all of this week's games, right?
It is. Yes.
So the coming week games, and I have manually set them up on the predictions channel, and I will, as always, copy the Discord invite thingy and put it in the chat. There you go. So if you want to join in, you can do that. I can see someone or 2 people have already had a go, and I will do the high-tech snipping tool thing that I do. Okay, so first game, Finnish Marvels against Bloodhorse. The Chorfs. What? Are you?
Oh, I was just thinking about the fact that he's just played Chaos already and he's got a draw from it. Just thinking about what I think he might get.
Bloodhorse. Or the Finnish
The
Marvels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back up to having actually 6 Saurus, but still having 200 TV of inducements, 220 inducements.
Yep. He's going to be glad that kill stack strength 4 player is missing the game. That's a very nice thing for him. Because I did think that Bloodhorse was higher than this, and yeah, he is normally. He's got 210k of player there missing.
Yeah, he's only got 11 players at the moment, so if I was him, I'd even consider getting a bench because, might help.
Yeah. Especially against the tackle heavy Chorfs, having an extra skink probably would be a good thing.
Oh no, I was thinking the other way around. The Chorfs have 11 players.
Oh right, the Chorfs getting an
They
extra one.
have enough money,
be, yeah.
money to buy a couple of Hobgoblins, and I think that's a good idea.
But he's normally on 13, so are you just burning that for getting 2 extra would put you on 15? Do you really need to be on 15?
What else
I've-
do Chorfs need the money for?
True. Well, saving in case someone dies, I suppose, but they probably, well, they don't die that often.
No, and you still have 50 or so.
Yeah.
At least one. I'd get at least one hobgoblin.
I think one is reasonable. Definitely wouldn't argue with one.
But I think the Chorfs should have this, right?
I'm going to go for a draw.
Ooh. Oh, I was gonna say draw, but then I forgot. Oh well, fine. All right. I'm gonna.
They just drew against the other claw team.
Yeah,
I think a draw could happen.
they do have a lot of. The
It's Silly Billy again,
mm,
potentially. I'm not sure.
well, they could get Silly Billy with the cash that they have as well.
Yeah,
Or if the
or a
Chorfs-
wizard.
I prefer wizards, but
Yeah,
I might be wrong. Hey Rob.
it's an extra strength 4 person with guard, isn't it?
Rob says he's been AFK, and they went Spoon is on 8 points. Wow.
It probably won't last, Rob Top. I've got one good week in me, and then I'll be back to normal this week.
Okay, I'll stick with. I'm gonna, even though I did think about going for a draw, I'm going to stick with Blood Horse after I said it, and because you went for draw anyway. All right, so next is me against the Glart Death Grips Junior, Chugman Milk, and his
I've already voted on that
Underworld.
one.
Against me, I guess.
How did you guess? Yes. I do like Underworld. He's missing the... He's only going to be on, what, 13 players against you?
Yep,
But he
and
does have 60k spare.
he's got 60k spare. Oh, what in terms of
60k
inducements?
inducement, sorry, yeah. And he's
Yeah.
got 150k in the bank, so he might be replacing that Skaven lineman, so he might not get any inducements. Where's it being played?
50k.
Being played at yours, so,
Yeah, so
he
no-
can't afford the Goblin Bomber
Mhm.
unless he pays for that out of his own money.
But Bomber is even more shit against Kislev than against all the other races. What with the whole long legs thing.
Intercept, yep. Oh, yeah. I didn't say it was a good idea.
No.
I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah. And diving catch. And also, there is a glitch, or there was a glitch, where diving catch would proc if the bomb went near the ball. So, so even if the player with the ball didn't have diving catch, because there's a diving catch player on the pitch, if a bomb goes near him, it jumps to the player with diving catch.
That's ridiculous.
I think they fixed it, but it was hilarious when it was happening like that before. Anyway,
Probably not for the person that threw the bomb.
no.
Like, oh, it's finally landed where I wanted it to. Oh, what? They've caught it. It's gone over there. Oh, no.
Yeah, literally, I've seen bombs go from one end of the pitch to the other because the diving catch player was at one end of the pitch. It was very funny. Anyway,
It's
so
a weird one because it's two teams that aren't particularly common.
yeah,
So, yeah, you've got a couple of tackles, so you've got things that can deal with stuff, including the killer.
Yeah.
They've also got killers as well. It's not, yeah, it's going to be a weird one, isn't it? The goblin with horns is going to be strangely useful potentially against catchers and stuff.
Assuming the old.
It can get to him, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it's the Skaven tactic we talked about earlier of just like scoring as soon as you
Scoring
get
as
the ball.
fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being on defense as much as possible. I might even buy a player before the game, which would.
Yeah, that would give him the potential for a wizard, possibly.
But he has potential for wizard anyway if he wanted to spend his money. But
I wouldn't want to spend that much money this early in the season.
No, true.
Especially not when you're playing Underworld, when they could just collapse at any point. Blowing 150k to then have like 3 players die the next game, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
They're definitely the killer team.
They are a very killy team.
Yeah.
Actually, they don't have
So
a
it
dirty
might
player.
come down to that.
I have a dirty
Uh,
player. We'll see how the dirty
Ooh.
player likes the piling on. Just saying. Anyway,
That'll be an interesting one for sure.
yep. I think I'm going to win. You think Chug's going to win? It's going to be a
Yep.
close one. It might even be a draw. I wouldn't be surprised. We will
It
see.
could easily go either way.
So the next game is Dazzle Wagsters against the Byzantine Bashers. So that
That's not an easy game for the Orcs, is it?
the Byzantine Bashers now have an actual claw killer. Maybe
And they've got like 8 guard or something stupid, haven't they?
only 6.
Oh, only 6.
Maybe that's why
But
he just got 2 claw players.
could be. But that's 6 guard against the 3 guard that the Orcs have got.
4.
4. I keep forgetting the troll.
Yeah.
But Orcs struggle going up against, well, going up, playing against teams that are TV up on them a bit.
Because their inducement choices are not that great, you mean?
Yeah, and they need the extra skills and stuff normally, don't they, I think. And then going up against a claw team as well.
Bribe and a babe is what I'd go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've got to have a bribe with the dirty player being in there.
Yeah, and like piling on as well from the chaos. So
yeah,
it's
but it's also to try and cut that out, but it's not going to be easy.
Like it's difficult, but I've seen a lot of orcs. It's like the classic. People go, "Oh, dwarves against Amazons, the dwarves always win," but really, there are other factors in play, which mean like both teams do have a chance.
I think the different one in this one is just the fact that the chaos haven't gone all out killed. They've stacked a lot of guard and stuff as well.
Well, whereas the orcs have got something like 8 mighty blow. I think it's stupid, right?
Yeah.
And chaos players do disappear.
Yeah, they can do. It's going to be a close one.
Finely balanced. Both teams have a lot of players as well.
I'm trying to talk myself into the idea that the Chaos are going to win, but as I'm feeling like I'm having to try and persuade myself that the Chaos are going to win, I'm going to go Orc.
Orcs.
Also, they got me a point this time when no one else voted for them. So that's my other reason. I've got 2 reasons.
Now,
one of them is probably better than my other reason, but yeah.
The fact also that the Orcs are one of the 5 teams on 2-0-1.
Yeah.
And the Byzantine Bashers are on 0-0-3. I'm actually going to go for a draw, though.
Fair enough.
Okay. Oh dear.
I did think about the draw.
Yeah. The next game is, I'm gonna say oh dear every time I see Zinja's team matched up with someone, but basically Zinja's 2000 team TV Nurgle against the Vampires.
Yeah.
He has actually he hasn't got any tackle, does he? He has literally 0 tackle.
He's got 1.
Oh, he's got 1. He's got a rotter.
Rotter, yeah.
And he's missing his ball carrier. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna say the Vampires win.
Damn it.
We can agree. You don't need to choose differently just to...
No, it's fine. I'll go draw.
Because he's going to be carrying on a strength 3 player, isn't he? Whatever happens.
I'm currently working on the theory that Zinj remembers the ball every other game.
Well, surely this is a game where he forgets it, isn't it? Because
he's due to forget it this game.
So it's going to be a draw because
he forgets the ball near the end when they're at 1-1, maybe.
He
can't use tackle and pass at the same time. I like it.
If he rolls a double, what's the chance of him actually taking pass?
I would like to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Sadly.
Okay, next is the Full Metal Alchemists, Pyro TJ, against Rob Tops, We Are Zons.
That's...
It's two relatively low TV teams that tend to be low TV, right? So the Zons are actually at 1480, and
Camera at 1780.
well, no, they're actually on. They've got 50k of bloat, so they're actually on.
Oh yeah.
1730.
Yep.
But they have a spare player and a fair amount of tackle mighty blow.
Yeah.
But Zons and Kemri.
I'm going to carry
yeah,
on with my voting for Kemri.
because it's.
I think it could be close.
Yeah.
But
I really want to go for a draw in this one, but I'm going to actually agree with you and go for Kemri too. You know, just to prove that we don't have to choose a different team each game, and a different result.
Always.
No, we don't. But you know, there you
go. No.
And also, it makes me feel better.
I think it's going to be a tough game for the Amazons here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of mighty blow on the Alchemist. Every POW and tackled, defender.
I think
stumbles.
your description last week was that that Pyro was using incredibly good positioning against you.
Yeah, that's also a thing
as well.
Yeah,
which leans into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
For what the Zons could take, 250.
Wizard and
bribe. No, probably not bribe because they don't have a dirty player.
Apo. Or
Apo.
250 could be Zara.
I think it's about 250, wasn't it?
Zara has stakes. Stakes work well against dead things.
Yeah. So I suppose she is a lot better than a chainsaw as well.
She's 270, which would be a bit of a bank.
Which do you really want to be spending bank when you're trying to get your players back up? Well, get your team back up to the full numbers.
I mean, I really like winning, though. You know,
it's true. Yeah, could go either way on that then. I don't think the bribes and dirty players are a particularly good idea against the regenerating skeletons.
No, you're right. Wizard or Zara would be my choices, and I guess maybe you're right that you're spending too much of your money for Zara.
Potentially. I'm not entirely sure exactly how much it is. If it's 20 or 30, maybe. If it's like 50 or something, probably not. I don't know.
Anyway, we're both backing the Kemri, right?
Yep.
So the Rylith Dreamers against Serpents of Inuruk. Yeah.
Ravers. Not Ravers.
Ravers. Fairly close TV wise.
Yep. 12 players.
13 players. So
12 play 13, so they both got a bit there.
Yeah.
So you are going to get the 80k for
the. Ravers has 50 bank that he's wasting at the moment, though.
Okay, 30k then.
Or he could.
30k, so it's probably going to be.
You might want to buy another player.
Go up to 13, I suppose.
But also he has 2 armor busted linemen, so and a movement busted one, so you might be thinking about replacing them.
I think that's reasonable. Get rid of those 5s. Do you get rid of the movement one or the armor one first? Probably the armor one. the movement one can still do his job of just sitting on the line, whereas the armor one's a little bit more of a liability there.
Yeah, I'd get rid of the armor one. I mean, you don't need to replace him this game. That's the thing. But
I'd think about it. Although that puts him at 100k extra that Niven will be getting.
Well, no, because he's 50k.
Yeah,
extra,
sorry, he'll
yeah.
get 100k rather than 30k. Sorry, is what I meant, not 100k extra.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's not got a dirty player.
He doesn't. He's got a lot of tackle, and he's got quite a few kill skills.
Yeah, he's got one full-on tackle killer.
Yep.
And another that's not got piling on, but still claw mighty blowing.
Yep.
It's going to be tough for the Dark Elves. What are you going for?
I voted for Nibbin again.
Okay.
As he was in my div last season, and he completely destroyed my elves
Huh.
by removing an elf a turn for the first like 6 turns.
I'm going
or
for
7 turns.
I'm going for the elf bullshit winning a game over removals.
I think that's what's going to happen. If Nibbin gets the removals, then he's probably going to win. If he doesn't get them, he's going to struggle. Because there's a lot of tools on the Dark Elf team that he's got not a lot of ways to deal with, other than by just removing all the players.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, talking about elf bullshit.
Yep.
Last game of the week.
Yep.
Is the elf off between Harmall 2+ Supreme Leaders, elf bullshit extraordinaire, who have 8 players, so a real TV of 1690.
Yep.
Against XCam and his pro elf bullshit.
Yeah, this is a weird one for
with
me.
only 11 players. Go on then. Why?
I'm going for Harmall just for solidarity.
High elf solidarity, yeah.
Yeah, but the stats on XCam's team are mad.
I mean, Harmall's also going to have a wizard, right? So
yeah. 3 Agi 5s. Yeah, it's not going to be easy by any means. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with Harmall.
okay.
But yeah, he'll have a wizard, which will be nice. Hopefully his Blitzer can survive and level.
I'm going to go
the new one. That'd be nice.
Fully left field in this,
Gonna go draw.
Plausible shootout, and yes, go for a draw.
That's what I did against XCam and Rob Top last week. It went well.
Yeah. I think they'll both be playing really cagily to try and because they're both got
really fast.
Can open options type things.
No, that's fair.
Cool. And we're done. Yeah.
Yep, we are.
So I'm going to rate someone. Thank you everyone who came along to chat and stuff, and thanks for the clip, Harmall.
It was good.
Yeah, send it through sooner, and I'll, get it a bit more ready. That was a bit, could have been a little
trying
bit
to watch
smoother.
it at the same time, just going,
Yeah.
Figuring out what was going off as well.
Also, it was a little bit loud, but you won't have heard that because I don't think you'd have heard it, will you?
I have that on mute. I haven't made that mistake yet this season.
Yeah.
Of having the stream sound on at the same time and confusing myself for a few minutes at the start. It's going well. Super in depth as usual.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that we do.
Well, I've done some. I've actually done some clips. Oh yeah, we are. Yes, that wasn't sarcasm. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
The clips make it less of us just ranting about stuff. We do the depth on the other bits.
Yeah, exactly. More clips in the future at some point, he says again and again and again.
I'm not making any promises.
One day,
seeing whether or not that'll make a difference.
It'll be true, yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Cheers, guys.
And I am going to raid Unseen Walker, who I might not actually be following yet. So it's making me...
Jump through hoops.
No, I am. But it's showing him as NA for his username, which is weird. But he's about to play his Rel game. It's the only Rebel thing on. So and he has a few viewers. Looks like it's literally just about to start. So perfectly timed. So thanks everyone for coming along. Thank you again, Spoon, for joining me.
No problems. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. And see you next week on Wednesday next week, right?
Wednesday next week. Yep.
Cool. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. We made it.